Absolutely. Well, back to the Cavs now. They've been struggling a
Sure.
little bit lately. John, what do you make of the last few weeks here? I mean, is this just the dog days of March and April when everybody's just gearing up for the postseason? Or, I mean, is it the injuries to JR? Or, I mean, what do you make of the team kind of, and LeBron yelling at Tristan on the court and the Kardashian curse and all
Right.
this stuff? What do you make of where the Cavs are at right now? Are we in good shape?
Well, I think right now they're locked in. In the last three games, you've seen it. They're helping out on defense more. They're hustling more. Tonight, their third quarter, as you saw, was pretty explosive. And when they're able to get the long range game going, they're pretty tough to stop. So Jr. I believe has gone 4 games now with 4 or more 3-pointers, 3 or 4 games, which is a nice little trend because it wasn't there in a while. And I think what they got back tonight also was getting Corver back on the court. His foot seems to be much better because they've tried different orthotics and pads and stuff to not have his foot agitated and upset. And so I think when he had it going before, he had to go out and when JR was still gone from the team and hadn't come back, there were people even saying, hey, you got Corver clicking on all cylinders, not as much of a need for J.R. Smith. I think they need J.R. Smith a lot because of what he brings on the defensive end. And I think he's that guy that's he sweats that extra ounce or two of sweat on the defensive end. I think other people feed off of that. And so, they're more dialed in now. They're looking at film more. They're, because it's the end of March, early April, and they totally understand what time of the year this is. I mean, they will begin the playoffs next weekend, and as of now, we still don't know who they're going to play because, we don't know if they can lock down the one. It all depends on the next several games. And while they'll play their butts off tomorrow night in Boston and win or lose or whatever, they're still locked in on how they perform in the postseason because you'll see everybody's been freaking out. Their first round of the playoffs, I'm sure they'll just breeze through that. And I think they'll have a little tougher test this year getting through the second and third rounds to get to the finals, but they will get to the finals. And then from there, there were times this year where you didn't even think they were in the same conversation as the Warriors. Then there were times when I was referring back to when Corver was kind of clicking and what have you, and they were really playing well, and then of course Durant had gotten hurt, where you would say they're the best team in the league. They're the team to be able to do it. That's a long way off. There's still a month and a half until they get to the NBA Finals or so. So got a long, long ways to go until all that stuff gets down. But right now they're in a much better place than what they were. And tonight's third quarter just kind of gives you an idea when they have that when they're getting the defense and they're running downhill and they're hitting those threes. They can turn those close games into routes rather quickly, and that's basically what happens tonight.
Absolutely. It's such an amazing time to be a sports fan. I thought we had so much going for us with Brad Doherty, Larry Nance, Craig Elo, Mark Price, those old days with
Right.
Lenny Wilkins at the helm. You thought somehow they might get past Jordan one of those years. It just never happened.